Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel where we celebrate our unique expression of perfection. I'm Brooke Taylor, and today I'm finally spilling the tea on my BBL journey. And yes, I said BBL, but not the one you think. This is a butt by lifting journey. So no, I didn't go under the knife, but I did put in serious work. And today I'm going to show you how I built my glutes naturally through strength training, structure, and consistency. I wish I had one of those shocking before and after transformation photos, but truthfully, I've always been active. At 11, I was in the living room doing Taebo with my mom, memorizing insanity workouts like they were music videos. My mom did gymnastics, my dad did football, so yes, athleticism is in my blood. But let's be clear, genetics didn't give me this butt. They may have given me a head start with muscle tone, but I didn't genetically wake up with glutes or abs. What you see today is years of consistent lifting. It didn't happen overnight. So if you're starting from scratch, just know you don't need perfect genetics. You need a proven strategy, proper form, and patience. Let's talk about something that I see over and over and over again in the gym, and even in my fitness classes: overcomplicating glute training. You don't need 27 different exercises on glute day. In fact, you shouldn't. Glute growth thrives off of repetition, progressive overload, and mastery of a few key movements. Yes, it gets boring. Yes, it's repetitive, but that's what makes it work. Here's how I structure my glute day. I do a 10-minute run before, about a mile, and then I do 50 minutes of targeted weight training and 10 minutes running after. It keeps me under 70 minutes total, and as a full-time medical student, that's all I've got. But it's enough when you're strategic. Okay, guys, let's get into the Smith machine squats. The target is your glute max in your lower body with glute dominance. I'm gonna do 4 sets of 15. My feet are slightly in front of my hips, and I am pushing through my heels. I am also squatting as deep as possible, and my core is engaged. Let's do a form check. So we're going to set the bar height just below shoulder level. You're going to step under, feet shoulder width apart. Our foot placement is going to be key. Slide your feet about 6 to 12 inches forward from directly under the bar. This angle shifts the tension from quads to glutes. Up next, we're going to make sure our toes are slightly turned out about 10 to 15 degrees to open up the hips. Now, I want you to engage your core and keep a neutral spine. No arching, no tucking. Think, brace like someone's about to punch you in your stomach. Now, when you unrack and descend slowly, I want you to lower until your hips drop just below your knees. Going deep stretches the glute max, which activates more muscle fibers. Now, I want you to push through your heels as you rise. Don't lift your toes. Squeeze your glutes hard at the top, but don't hyperextend your back. Up next, we have hip thrusts, my absolute favorite workout ever. And if you are not doing this exercise at least 3 times a week on your glute growth days, you are doing something wrong, girl. Let me tell you. Okay, so the target is our glute max. This is an isolated power move. We're going to do 4 sets of 15. And if you can't make it to 15 reps each time, this is what I like to do. I do 15 reps, and then I aim for another 15 reps the next round. And then I aim for another 12 reps, and then I aim for 10 reps, okay? Because usually I will use 3 plates on each side, and that is why I have to do it that way. Okay, so this is best done on the glute drive machine or the Smith machine because you don't have to set up anything. You just have to put the plates there, okay? I'm making things easier for you. Focus on a full lockout, slow eccentric, and hard squeeze. I like to say if squats are the queen, hip thrusts are the empress of glute growth, period. This is the exercise that gives you that lifted, shelf-like look in the upper glutes. But to make it actually work, your form has to be spot on, so let's break it down. So set up your bench or glute drive machine. Your upper back or lower shoulder blade should rest against the bench pad. The bar or patch should sit across your hips right at your hip crease. Foot placement. Your shin should be vertical at the top of the hip thrust. If your feet are too far apart, you'll hit more hamstrings, okay? If they're too close, you'll feel it in your quads. Play with stance until your glutes contract hard at full extension, okay? Now I want you to brace your core and lock your chin. Tuck your chin slightly and gaze forward. This prevents lumbar compensation and keeps the tension in your glutes. I want you to now drive through your heels. Press the floor away from your heels as you raise your hips. Hips should stop at full extension, not above it. Overextending shifts tension off the glutes and into your lower back. At the top of the contraction, I want you to squeeze your glutes hard for about 1 to 2 seconds. Think of it like trying to crack a walnut between your cheeks. Control the negative. I want you to lower slowly. The eccentric phase is where most muscle damage, aka glute growth, stimulus happens. Here's a pro tip. Add a mini band around the knees. Oh my goodness, this is gonna kill them. Add a mini band around your knees to activate glute medius and prevent internal hip rotation. If you want to really grow, add a pause at the top. Even 2 to 3 seconds will intensify the burn. Also, what you can do is use tempo reps like 3-0-1. 3 seconds down, no pause at the bottom, 1 second back up to keep your glutes under tension longer. Hip thrusts are literally a non-negotiable for building a full lifted round butt. Your key to success, chin down, heels heavy, squeeze like your life depends on it, and control every inch of the movement, and your glutes will grow. Okay guys, let's get into Romanian deadlifts. If hip thrusts are the empress, RDLs are the assassin. Quiet, precise, and lethal for glute gains. Okay, let's talk about form. Start standing tall, feet hip width apart, holding dumbbells or a barbell in front of your thighs with a slight bend in your knees. Initiate from your hips, not your back or knees. Think, push your hips back like you're trying to tap a wall behind you with your glutes. Your knees stay soft, not locked and not bending any further. Keep the weight close to your legs the entire time. This protects your spine and keeps tension in your glutes and hammies. Lower slowly until your torso is almost parallel to the ground or until you feel a deep stretch in the glutes and hamstrings. Don't go so low that your back rounds. Stop where you feel the stretch without losing form. Drive your hips forward to return to standing and don't pull with your back. Squeeze your glutes at the top, but don't lean back. The reason this works is that RDLs place the glutes in a fully lengthened position under load, which is the most powerful stimulus for hypertrophy. The eccentric stretch, the lowering part, creates muscle damage, triggering growth. They train the posterior chain as one unit, which builds that under butt separation and sculpted backside. I usually do about 4 sets of 15 with this exercise, but the reps that you do and the sets that you do are all dependent on your goals. Now let's talk about cable glute kickbacks, the move that sculpts that upper glute shelf and gives your booty that round, lifted curve from the side. This exercise targets the glute medius and upper glute max, the area that rounds out the top of your glutes and helps create that peachy heart-shaped look. Here's how to do it right, because most people are just swinging their leg and wondering why they're not growing. First, attach the ankle strap and set the cable to the lowest setting. Stand facing the machine, hold the frame for balance, and slightly hinge at the hips. Keep a soft bend in your standing leg and engage your core. Now here's the key. Drive your heel back and slightly up at a diagonal, not straight back. Imagine you're stamping the ceiling behind you, not kicking the wall. The motion should be controlled and deliberate. Don't arch your back. Don't swing your leg, and definitely don't rush the reps. You want a slow lift, a hard glute squeeze at the top, and a controlled lower back to start. That's what keeps the tension in your glutes the entire time. I do 4 sets of 15 on each leg, and by the end, my glutes are on fire. This move helps shape the top of your glutes, balance out the overall roundness, and prevent that flat from the side look. If you want that full sculpted lifted glute, this move is actually non-negotiable. Okay guys, now let's talk about the seated abduction machine, aka the secret weapon for rounding out the outer glutes and giving you that wide sculpted look from the back inside. This move targets your glute medius and minimus. I saved this for the very end of my glute workout as a burnout. And here's how to do it right for real growth. First, set the weight heavy. I personally use the full stack, and I promise your glutes can handle way more than you think. Sit down, but lean slightly forward, not all the way upright. This activates the glutes more and minimizes quad takeover. Plant your feet firmly, grab the handles, and press your knees out hard against the resistance. Here's the secret. Control the return. Don't let your legs snap back. Explode outward like you're pushing the machine apart. Pause briefly at full extension, then resist the weight as you return to start. I do 4 sets of 30 reps. Yes, 30. This high volume approach floods your glutes with blood and finishes off your muscles for growth. It's intense, it burns, but it's exactly what helps tighten and round out the outer glutes, especially when you're trying to avoid the square shape. If you want glutes that pop from every angle, do not skip this one. Okay guys, that's it, and all I have left to do is my 10-minute mile. And that's my real BBL journey. No surgery, just consistency, science, and sweat. If you're ready to start your own butt by lifting journey, I've dropped a free glute program in the description below. You can try that out first, then level up with the full program when you're ready to take it to the next level. I designed it for every woman who wants real results without living in the gym. Before you go, drop a comment and tell me what glute exercise is your favorite. Like, comment, and subscribe, but most importantly, stay perfectly you. Mwah.